African-American woman, I am interested in earning a PhD in economics so that I can perform research that may influence policy that affects the welfare of African-Americans in this country. However, while researching a few graduate programs in my subject, I noticed a disturbing trend. Let's see if you can catch on to what it is. Here is a list of the graduate students enrolled in Virginia Tech who are pursuing a PhD in economics according to VTech's website. There's Hing-Ying Chen, Ho-Seng Chung, Ellen Green, Ali Hashimi, Min Suk Lee, Zi Shin, Zhonglong Shin, Ming Yi, Yo-Wee Zhang, and Bebe Zhu. Not only are none of these students African American, but few are even American. Problem is, there is a definite lack of African Americans earning PhDs in the United States. And here is a pie chart. And it shows the distribution of ethnicity among science and engineering majors in 1995 according to the National Science Foundation. As you can see, whites made up 73.2% of all doctorates, followed by Asians that earned 19.3% of these degrees, and African Americans only earned 2.9% of these degrees. Thankfully, since then, there's been an increase in the percentage of doctorates earned by African Americans. In 2009, black students were 6.5% of the population of doctorates in the United States, as opposed to the 58.6% of white doctorates. However, this represents a problem because according to the U.S. Census Bureau, African Americans made up roughly 13% of the total population that year. Okay. This is a problem because one major reason research is needed is to influence public policy, and such research is called advocacy research. When public policy is being created, altered, or demolished, lawmaking bodies partially rely on research relating to the topic in order to make informed decisions in the best interest of the affected parties, as well as the greater good as a whole. However, it takes time, precision, dedication, and passion for a subject for a researcher to successfully collect and organize data that will be beneficial for the creation or alteration of a law. This is because the research needs to clearly show that the needs or problems you want to address are real and serious, and that the methods you recommend for addressing them have, in fact, been proven successful. Without the presence of such research, policymakers often create or change laws for a number of different reasons that have little or nothing to do with the people the policy actually affects. They also simply ignore problems that are observed by the general public, but which hasn't actually been put into writing. However, if the research is present and enough people know about the findings, it is infinitely harder to sweep public policy issues under the rug. Many politicians, for instance, managed to turn their backs on racism in the United States until the research of civil rights supporters showed that African Americans were being systematically denied their constitutional rights in large parts of the country. What, you may ask, does this have to do with the lack of African American PhD holders? While research can and should be carried out by community groups of activists, grassroots campaigns, or those directly affected by an issue, it is often more likely to be heeded if it's a product of an individual or group with some research credibility. This is where the PhD comes into play. This degree basically trains individuals on how to perform research in a thorough, organized, and statistically sound fashion, and adds to the perceived authority a person has on the subject. Lawmakers are a lot more likely to listen to the findings of someone with the title of doctor. A number of policies that negatively affect us directly as African Americans will not be changing anytime soon unless the noticeable lack of black PhD holders is addressed within the community. To solve this problem, more students like you and me should aspire to earn a PhD. The future of the African Americans and how they are treated in this country rests in the hands of our generation. We need to prepare ourselves adequately for this responsibility. I know you probably think that earning a PhD is a lot of work and not really worth the effort, but PhD holders are often rewarded with respect, great hours, job security, and superior pay. For instance, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, an assistant professor, usually someone who has just successfully completed his doctorate, earns around $56,355 per year, while an associate professor who has slightly more experience earns an average of $71,932 a year, and a fully tenured professor earns $87,169 per year. Well, I've just explained why the shortage of African Americans that have earned doctorates is detrimental to the health of the social condition of our race, as well as what you can do to help. Even if you don't rush right out and sign up for a PhD program, at least consider this path as an honest possibility. The future is fast approaching, and your race is relying on